about, well, Kosoku is more explosive, but we feel like Orex has more consistency, and then as it ended up getting just in that last tournament in the season, Kosoku just exploded, and Orex exploded
Petered out
in the other way.
Yeah.
But if you look at this from the perspective of the fact that these are right next to each other on the PR, of course you're going to get a really close set. I'm ready for this.
They have a lot of history, too. I've seen this match plenty of times. I love watching the bait and punish style, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Kosoku comes out on top a little bit more often than not. Orex has a slight advantage in the matchup, might be even, but I feel like Peach does well against the Mario Brothers.
It's close enough to even that we can call it even.
Sure. But Kosoku tends to do well. Maybe slight, like 6-4 in Kosoku's favor. Maybe more. Maybe 7-3, I don't know.
Maybe. It depends on if Kosoku can find those kills. Because as you saw with that game with the Bayonetta, sometimes that can be the problem for him. Now, when he's playing, a midweight with Mario, that's the familiar, that's the, the training mode tools. But right now, wow.
Really early upbeat.
Again.
Big faith in the magnet hands. Oh, just caught him running. So that's the way that you beat people who are using skid effectively, or just using fox trotting and dash dancing? Is you can just hit them. Because they can't effectively shield out of those animations.
Yeah.
They either are committing to a button or like a jumping situation. They can't effectively shield. So you can just toss buttons out.
Okay, air dodge up.
Hey, Zillion. Good shit tonight.
Chase, you just did a cuss!
Well, he did earlier, too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
He's done it a lot tonight.
Yeah, that's Chase.
I mean, if you would prefer me not to, you could have always told me.
You're not supposed to do a cuss.
Look.
I'm a cusser, but when I get on the mic, I get professional. And I want to talk about professionalism.
I get real professional when I derail the stream to talk about how he did a cuss.
Anyway.
I get real professional when I talk about how my commentator's being unprofessional. We're both guilty.
Of course.
Chase is the most professional one out of us now.
The difference
is... The thing is, though, I'm a TO!
This is just an Ouroboros of stupidity. Let's get back to the match.
Yeah, I agree.
Orex is... We're talking about nothing while Orex is actually bringing this back, and that is hard to do against Kosoku, because he normally gets a lead and then does that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there we go. Game 1 out of the way. Let's try and bring this back on track for game number 2 and onward.
Much like Orex will going into this game too. Let's try to bring this back on track.
That is usually his style. However, Kosoku's been riding a momentum train.
Oh yes.
He has definitely been on a tear since he lost to Zillion. Tore through. He had a really good exercise against Lightning Camp, but then also kind of tore Zillion a new one in losers finals, and now he's just doing his best to ride that through grand finals.
And speaking of riding momentum and things like that, that's one of the things Kosoku did really well in game 1 when he had Orex off stage. He was doing a really good job of riding that ledge trapping and ledge guarding game to the point where he built Orex into like orange percents just by keeping him off the stage. And against Peach, that's not easy to do. And I feel like Kosoku's mind is just built to be off stage.
That platform almost messed up that combo for him, but still able to get the extension.
Oh, and you see right here, he's able to keep himself so composed whenever he's in the ledge guard situation, but now he's getting a little bit of it put onto himself.
Yeah, even percents, but Kosoku, when he gets his spacing right, my goodness. The dude knows what moves to use when.
Nice job. He caught Kosoku trying to get to the other side of the platform. Didn't want to deal with anything on the edge, so he met him with the aerial. But wasn't quite able to find the kill. Back throw put him in a position off stage.
That's another thing that I feel like Kosoku's been doing very right. When he whiffs, now he just did what I was about to say he doesn't do much, is when he whiffs, he doesn't usually whiff too close to Orex. He just done that a couple times, but if you look back to game 1, he was mostly whiffing far enough away to where Orex had to enter his threat zone once he was ready to throw out another hitbox. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Just barely got clipped at the very end of that dash attack, and now he's gonna need a good bit of percent there. All of a sudden, Orex is back on top in the second game.
And backhand and air really doing him some favors here. Put some extra percent on Kosoku right now, chilling at almost 50. Orex doing a really good job of dancing around, not getting touched. This is a matchup, though, where Mario can just go for that short hop or full hop up air, trying to anti-air Orex. And basically, when you let that happen, you've given Mario the grab without forcing him to do the hard part of grabbing you.
Yeah, which is actually getting the grab.
Yeah.
Oh, tries to go for the Fawns there. Doesn't quite pan out the way he wants it to.
Do you think that was the time for the super jump punch? It doesn't matter. Because he ended up fine.
It's if I get the read, I kill him, and if I get super jump punch, it's just consistent damage. So what do you want? Kosoku was willing to take the bet, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, and despite that, he still hedged his bets on that forward smash and was able to come out now with a 2-0 lead. On the verge of resetting this bracket because that last game was... He had it rather handled.
Kosoku's not afraid to pull out that cape, dude. He's been doing it all set.
His timing has been nice.
Yeah, he was, well, I mean, as we did see in the last match, he was reflecting quite a bit of Zillion's projectiles. But let's see what he can do with the projectiles that Orex is producing for him.
I actually want to go back to the timing. Because the last couple of sets that we've seen Kosoku play, it's been really excellent that he's been mixing up the timing on many things. However, he tried to get a little bit too fancy with the mix-ups there, and Orex was ready with the big crown.
Yeah, that's one thing that you can definitely like throw something at Kosoku with, is his tendency to try and interrupt your edge guard with the super jump punch, but then Orex just kind of baited him into it and then just smacked him with that crown as penance for it.
Tries to catch the drift in with the up air, or with a down air rather, not going to quite find its mark. But still, the pressure. Caught the DI in. That's going to be a fair. Still, though, big lead for Orex.
So,
I love her
if
flood.
anything like what that last thing was, could
my
definitely turn
God.
around.
Kosoku wanted an exclamation point to end the set.
Yeah, he wanted to go into set 2 with all the momentum, but now it's looking a little tougher for him.
How does he get away from the ledge? Wow, Mario's drift is incredible.
It's
Just with ledge jump, double jump, he can drift all the way to the other side of Smashville and edge cancel the air dodge off the other side. Some characters can only dream of such
Try to go for the
amazing
reset
mobility.
there.
Ryan, you were talking about how the footsies were going to be so crazy in this, but expends his resources too much.
No, he actually just messed up there. He was intending to land on the platform, but kind of got hit by like the half and half edge right on the end of it, and just fell straight through. And I think what he tried to do was like land and then immediately like go for another full hop fireball.
He got Delfino'd.
And then just unfortunately did it without realizing and ended up causing himself to lose a game.
Right, and that's the worst way to go into the next game because, I mean, Orex didn't get any real momentum off of that, but it's going to hurt Kosoku more than anything.
Now he's got to try to find a way to keep that out of his head.
If anything, that takes the wind out of Orex's sails a little bit.
Right, but it kind of ices Kosoku a little bit too because, man, he was trying to play with momentum. He was bringing it back. He was believing in himself.
If it weren't for the fact that he got footstooled there, I don't think he was making it back from that one. He burned his double jump.
I feel like momentum-wise, this has gone back to sort of game 1.
Oh, yeah.
Except with the stakes of a game 4. Where Orex is in a must-win. My goodness, he really wanted to roll.
That said, Orex doesn't necessarily have to win this set. He still has another to play with, being from the winner's side. So this is all for Kosoku. He's got this and maybe one more chance.
Okay, down air. Good to put Orex back in the corner and give him the opportunity to net the kill with another one.
Man, that down air is something else.
Up throw into down air, not going to connect with this raid.
Kosoku said, get on that platform.
I love it though. I like
Yeah.
the flood. The flood was super smart.
Right, so Eclipse
Ooh.
actually
That
told
DI
me...
was not super smart though.
No. Eclipse told me a fun thing about the Greninja Peach matchup. I promise this is relevant. Is that Hydro Pump actually really messes with Peach's float and can force her to the ledge, can give you free stage,
Yeah,
and
because
reset neutral. So Flood can do the same thing.
because it forces them to float at a height that they were not intending to,
Right.
which can cause things to be a little awkward. Because usually Peach wants to float like kind of just either right above the stage or just like a little bit above the character, and try to bait them into trying to do something and then punishing them for it.
Ooh, the double back air. You gotta respect it. But if you respect it too much, you let him get away with stealing turns. Gotta be careful.
Ooh, tried to go for the shimmy. I think he was looking for something a little bit different than just dash
Again,
attack
he
there.
catches him jumping over the same way that he took that last game from Zillion
Yeah.
when he was looking so strong.
Like he said, he will pull it out often.
Everyone gets afraid of the fact that that Orex is just super good at keeping people on the ledge and just takes rampant advantage of it. And now, really, the ball is in Orex's court. It's his opportunity to take this thing home and slam dunk this tournament into his trophy basket.
He's got the momentum, and we'll see if he can carry it to a one-set W, or if Kosoku manages to reset it and
Potential
see
5 more.
potentially 3 to 5 more games on Smashville.
Yep. Go up throw. Just gonna go for the up air. He knows down air won't connect properly here. Down throw back air gonna do some damage. Oh,
Ooh,
and the
goes up.
timing kind of messed Kosoku up there.
Ooh, okay, so I like that Orex is just refreshing his float with a hitbox, and then
Ooh.
dropping back down to the stage at center, and being ready for Kosoku to come right in at him for dropping it.
Wait
My
for
God.
the air dodge. His movement is crisp. Orex sitting at a cool
Oh,
25%.
Look, he is. The fingers are flying right now. You can tell where the momentum is.
Oh, yeah. Now, the thing is, I would still be worried because Kosoku's
Oh!
a monster. Waiting for an air dodge there. That would have absolutely been it.
Orex said, I'm not doing that again. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, really the big thing here is that Kosoku's keeping him honest. He's not allowing himself to get too much percentage onto himself while trying to take the stock, and that's really the most important thing that Kosoku needs right now. He has to take the stock super quickly before things get too out of hand.
Oh, God.
Wow, he wanted to end it now.
There we go. Down air. Not going to do it. I thought maybe for sure.
Needs
down
more
air.
rage.
Yeah, more rage for sure.
If he gets like up air to down air on the plat now,
Yeah, that'll
he
do.
will take it for sure. But now things are starting to look a little dicier for Kosoku here. He has got to
Orex.
find a way to stop the bleeding now.
He's still on the first stock. Oh, my God. And he's still on the first stock. We're like a down air and a forward air away at the ledge from Orex taking this set. Even raw forward air.
Oof.
Oh!
Does it again. Orex unafraid to pull out the parasol, and now it brings him to victory here at Shockwave 201 over Kosoku in one set.